Hey everyone! I'm its typical tort. I'm here with its zesty Atmos and we are the Celestial Bros. Today, we will be theorizing about Festival of Yay. So put on your scarf, hat, and gloves so you don't freeze to death as we answer the question, what will come in this event?
We have a couple of expected things that we know will happen for Festival of Yay. First, as usual, in every seasonal event, the Cold Island seasonal skin will return. Second, we will get for more costumes, and we will get the Festival of Yay decorations. Lastly, common, rare, and epic Yule will be available on Cold Island and seasonal shandy. Also, it will be the out-of-season event for Monculus, so its rare and epic versions will be available.
Now, what comes out every core event? Epic Ethereals. There are two Ethereals left, Epic Dragong and Epic Fun Prey. Which one will come out? I think Epic Fun Prey would fit the best with Season of Love, so that leaves Epic Dragong. As for the design, there was this stupid leak of Epic Dragong's design that I found on the internet. I'm sure it is not the actual design, because it's not epic enough. But it is much harder to find community-made ideas because of the close spelling to dragon, but a common idea for their design is a Chinese dragon. But I think they could lean more into the mech element with cogs and robot-like parts. And just to be safe, if we get Epic Fun Prey, think they could be based off their concept art because that looks pretty epic.
Now that we know common, rare, and epic Monculus will be available for their out-of-season event, there is a possibility that could kick off epic wublins. There hasn't been any kind of pattern hinted toward in which epic wublins could come out, so we're just eyeballing it. But epic wublins would also be more likely to come out during extravaganza because that's when rare wublins were released. If we were to get an epic wublin, it would have to be zynth. I really like this design by Riles. They have a prism look to them with rainbow colors on their wings and other wings. We have pretty high standards for all of the epic wublins because most of the rares were good enough to be epics. And because epic wublins will be harder to get, there is a chance that they could have their own animations and possibly even sounds.
Wake up the wublins, wake up the wublins. Anyways, we could also get Monstrlingstrom in. After getting Monsterling Buzinga, we found out the pattern. The Monsterling Mythicals come out during the seasonal event of the island that they are on in the main game. So Festival of Yay would most likely be the release of Monsterling Strombonin. And we want them to be cute. Because we need it. We love this Nova MSM concept. I like what the monster handlers have been doing with the newer monsters in Dawn of Fire, having them standing and having more lively animations. So as long as they keep that up, that would satisfy us.
Also with the same pattern, it shows that we will get epic strombonin. I said this so many times. Like the past two videos, anyways. I think that the spirit horse design is off the table now, so our new idea, I think they could swap the idea of the slug and the monster blowing into the shell. Therefore the monster would be a giant slug and the dude in the shell could be like a seahorse or something.
Now I feel like since it will be the season of giving, the handlers could add some quality of life features to both my singing monsters and Dawn of Fire. One feature for the main game could be an arrow that shows which way the monster is facing. The arrow would only be visible if you are moving the monster and could be toggled off. This could be a useful feature especially for front-facing monsters like Floa and Whizbang.
And this feature could also be useful for Dawn of Fire as well. But a feature that could be added to DOF could be essentially a redo button for the structures, like the one the breeding structure has, but it would just fill the spots with what was last placed in them. This feature could be useful for players who make the same things over and over again, and it could also help with saving time because making things in the DOF structures gets very tedious.
But as a little fun thing, comment what features you think the monster handlers should add to the game. We will pick a few and make concepts of them to suggest to the developers.
Let us know what your opinions are in the comments. And remember,
When we play MSM, we do some messed up shit. Happy holidays!